Just like riding a bike. Hey there, I'm Kevin, and this is my commentary on comics. Yes, it has been a while, actually about 3 years since my last one, and I ended it in the middle of a Superman story review. Well, sorry about that. No, I don't plan on finishing it. As I said in my preview to this season, I'm going to focus more on a specific series of books, and guess what? We are talking Marvel Team Up this season, Season 2. We're on our way. So if you're on board with that, how about right now, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already. So let's not waste any more time, and let's take a look at the first issue we're commentating about. Marvel Team Up number 55, Spider-Man and Warlock, published March 1976. Spider on the Moon. Writer Bill Mantlo. Artist John Byrne. Inker Dave Hunt. So we open with a very weird shot of Spidey struggling and images of friends and enemies all around him. You know, you got Mary Jane, the Sandman, Vulture, Mysterio, Lizard, Dr. Octopus, Kingpin, Aunt May, oh my god, J. Jonah Jameson. All of these A-listers in the Spidey U. You even have the Hulk and a little-known character, at least to me, called Wood God. Now, these two were in the previous story, which apparently came to a close with Spidey being trapped in a rocket ship. Now, I have no idea if Wood God was a good guy or not. I'm going to guess that maybe he was a misunderstood good guy, kind of like the Hulk. So Spidey is struggling with zero gravity and an extreme lack of oxygen, but who can save him? Well, none other than the epitome of 1970s cosmic, Warlock. And let's face it, this page is beautiful. This kind of oversized Warlock homing in on that rocket ship. I mean, this is early Byrne and maybe the best Byrne. The man can draw a cape. If nothing else, John Byrne should be known about his cape drawing prowess. I literally don't know anybody who draws a better one. So Warlock is giant size, and apparently that had something to do with his atoms drifting apart. Anyway, it's going on in his own book, Warlock number 15, if you must know. And probably due to this story's sake, his atoms are pulling back together, and he's becoming normal size. And let's face it, if he was Giant Warlock for the entire issue, I mean, that would have been more the main plot than the stuff we're going to look at here. So Warlock teleports the rocket into the blue area of the moon, which is famous for its oxygen. How long has the blue area of the moon been a mythos in the Marvel Comics universe? And has it been identified yet in like the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe yet? I don't think so. I want to say maybe something in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I'm not sure that's true or not. But at any rate, I'm looking forward to them actually exploring this, because the blue area of the moon, even back to here, where were we, 1978? 1976, it was here, and it was probably in the 60s. I'm sure it was introduced in Fantastic Four, because everything was introduced in Fantastic Four. Anyway, it looks like he telepathically dropped the rocket, but he says some other force did it. Way to take responsibility there, Locky. He rushes to open the door, and again, let me just say it, Byrne can draw a cape. Looks so good. And Spidey is fine, by the way, thanks to Warlock for his help. Then Spidey realizes, hey, he's on the moon. Who else is there? Well, none other than the Stranger, another big player of the cosmic 70s, and honestly, whatever became of him? Is he still around? I'm sure he's been used in some more recent stories. I am kind of, 10 years, maybe even 20 years removed from the Marvel Universe, from the comics at any rate. So I don't know what has ever happened to him, but for right now, he is, looks like he's after Warlock to get Warlock's soul gem, even though the Stranger already has one. So this raised a question for me. How many soul gems were there? He clearly mentioned there are 6 of them. So I assumed we were talking about the Infinity Stones, but perhaps they weren't known as the Infinity Stones just yet. Maybe they were all soul gems, and that sounds right in my mind. You had the soul gems, and we had the Cosmic Cube for sure, which we know in the movies also became an Infinity Gem. And I think even in the comics it was as well. But So the Stranger zaps Warlock away. Spider-Man tries to fight him, but it's pretty useless as the Stranger just tosses him away, where Spider-Man is only to be saved and found by yet another new player. And we don't necessarily know who this guy is, but spoiler alert, his name is the Gardener. Perhaps he has a soul gem as well. So Warlock and Stranger battle it out. Stranger wants that gem, but Warlock will die if he gives it to him. So, that's a no, a hard no. Stranger gets the upper hand and starts to take the gem, but before that happens, we cut back to Spidey, who is in care of the Gardener, who is another elder of the universe. Although I think this is his first appearance, so that may actually not have been established that the Gardener is a elder of the universe. And yes, he does have a soul gem too. So maybe all these different soul gems were put together into one big soul gem and then it became part of the Infinity Gauntlet? Or the Infinity Stone? I don't know. I tried to research it, but it really wasn't clear. So let's just say at this point, the 6 gems were all soul gems and they haven't actually come up with all that Infinity stuff yet, okay? So apparently taking a soul gem from someone else isn't really just a matter of plucking it off their forehead, since the Stranger has a Warlock in this weird apparatus. So Spidey tries to do a full body web on the Stranger, but guess what? That doesn't work either. Spidey is a little outclassed, let's just go ahead and admit it. The Gardener really just wanted to be left alone, but he decides to help out because that is his nature. Get it? Nature. Gardener. Anyway, with the Gardener distracting the Stranger, Spidey manages to trick him into freeing the Warlock. So he and the Gardener team up their soul gems, and that could have potentially have defeated the Stranger, but we really don't know because apparently he has a hot appointment on Earth, so he teleports away rather suddenly. And what was that mission? Well, you can find out in Champions number 12, which I lightly reviewed way back in Kevin's Commentary on Comics number 31, link right here. So all's well, except that the Gardener has lost his soul gem. I guess he wasn't supposed to use it for anything other than growing plants, so he flies off. Warlock takes Spidey back to Earth, and we end on this silver egg, wondering when it will open. I have no idea when this gets revealed. So I'm Kevin, and that's my commentary on comics. How about this for a first issue? I mean, this was a beautiful book. It was drawn great. I love Cosmic 70s. Adam Warlock was one of my favorites. I'm looking forward to him also coming out into the MCU. The Stranger was another one of my favorites, and mainly because I remember this book when I was younger reading it. I remember the Champions book where he comes in and does it. And I want to say he was in some other book, maybe the Defenders or something. But at any rate, I thought he was a big player, and really, I don't think he's really used that much outside of these, 70s issues here where he had a little bit of a blip in popularity, at least amongst writers and artists. But yeah, he was pretty cool, and I don't know what he's doing today. He obviously doesn't have his Infinity Stones anymore, or his Soul Gem, or whatever it was at that point in time. Someday, maybe I will look at that whole thing, and, someone else has probably already dived into this. So you can just Google, YouTube, Infinity Stones, comics, where did they come from? And I'm sure this history has been probably fine-toothed, combed to death. So next time we will be looking at Marvel Team Up number 59. I'm going to skip a couple here because I don't think Byrne, I can't remember exactly what my criteria was. I'm focusing on Claremont and Byrne, although this was Bill Mantlo doing the writing on this one. I think 59 is where Claremont starts. I skipped 56, 57, and 58 for reasons I don't remember, other than maybe they weren't Byrne or they weren't Claremont. I really wanted to do this particular issue because I just love the way Byrne draws Adam Warlock. So that's why I was included. Next time is going to be 59, and we'll make a run straight through on that one. So I'm Kevin. My commentary, it's done. It's my first full episode of Season 2. I hope you liked it. Leave me a comment down below on what you thought about Adam Warlock, especially 70s Adam Warlock. And even talk about John Byrne and his greatness in drawing capes. He really, 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 really is the best. So that's going to do it for me today. Why don't you go out, make it a day that will be good. No, let's make it great. Let's go ahead and put it up to great, and I will see you.